Good day, student. Good day, students. Ms. Thomas here again. This topic is continuing from the topic from the last video, which was the role of government and other agencies in protecting and educating consumers. Now, today's topic would be about consumer protection, but it really has to do with you protecting yourself. So the government has a role in protecting you. They have established other agencies to protect you and educate you, but you also have a role in educating yourself and protecting yourself. Because, of course, the government may not pick up everything, but you have to be educated enough to know what to look for. Now, again, we're talking about protecting yourself. We need protection because there are many suppliers and manufacturers who try to exploit us, pull wool over our eyes, bamboozle us, if you will. Bamboozle. Who uses that word anymore? But yes, they try to bamboozle us. Now, these are some of the ways, before I get into the ways that we could protect ourselves, and mainly protecting yourself really has to do with you being very informed. Because you cannot go into somebody's kitchen and examine their sanitary standards. But if you are informed and responsible, you would make the decisions that are in your best interest. These are some of the ways that manufacturers and suppliers, they try to exploit consumers. Now, of course, I won't go deeply into all. I'm sure in your reading you would cover these things. False claims on advertising. This is one of the ways that they bamboozle us. I think I'm loving that word. This is one of the ways that they bamboozle us. False claims on advertising. Sometimes advertisers, suppliers, they may make claims about their product that is far and beyond what it really is. They will do literally anything or say anything to get you to purchase their product. Remember, their aim is to persuade you enough to purchase their product. Sometimes they want to persuade you so much that they may make false claims, saying that something will do one thing and it really cannot, but they just want you to get it, So be aware of false claims on advertisements. So don't fall prey to such advertising. They have false sales. Sometimes, they may tell you 50% off, that just to get you into the store, to make you probably spend monies that you didn't plan on spending. That is also a response. They could do it, but you have the responsibility to know, no, you're not going to fall prey to these false sales. Sometimes they might say a price is one thing. They might advertise that a price is one thing, but when you get in store, which is what they want you to do, the price is something completely different. And then while you're there, you might be browsing, and then you might still purchase. So their aim is really to get you into the store. Black marketing. This is an unfair act where goods with ceiling prices established by law are sold above the control price. Now, the government has departments that control the prices of certain things. So black marketing, they sell the item above the price that the government capped it off at as. Hoarding is another thing that suppliers and manufacturers do. In a situation where goods are in short supply, a particular good is in short supply, sellers would remove the goods from the shelves and sell it to customers who are willing to buy above certain amounts. This practice influences price increase. Now, I remember as a child, there was a time when there was a shortage of potato. I remember that so clearly when I was in school. And whatever potatoes were in the country, the sellers, they took it off the shelves. They hoard it. Not to keep it, but to sell it to persons who want it, but they will sell it for exorbitant prices. So that is a scheme that manufacturers and sellers do when something is scarce. So those are just some of the tactics used by manufacturers and sellers to confuse and to manipulate the consumer like me and you. So we have to be aware. So being informed, and another thing, we spoke on some videos back about the use of modern technology in conducting transactions, and so being informed about things using modern technology is also something that is your responsibility. So again, we know that manufacturers are willing to advertise so persuasively that they get you to buy something that they claim is one thing, but when you get it, you realize that it is not. It is your right. So your right, your responsibility to know what are the schemes that certain people are up to. Now, you have certain rights and responsibilities. One of your rights is your right to safety. Protection, that is, protection from products and services that can prove harmful to your health. So, but with that right also comes a responsibility. The responsibility in this case is the consumer has the responsibility to use the product and services safely, following all necessary instructions and guidelines. So let's take, for example, you buy an iron, to iron your clothes, or some electrical device. And of course, you must use an iron to iron clothing. So this manufacturer or seller should give you an iron in good condition, no exposed wires, of course, everything working properly. And it is your responsibility to use that product the way the manufacturer instructed you to do. So you won't go into a bathtub with an iron, or you won't iron your cat's fur. It's for clothing. You won't iron your hair. There's a different device for that. You won't use a clothing iron for cooking. That sounds ridiculous, I know. But you must use it. Even though the manufacturer, you have the right to safety, you also have the responsibility to use the thing in a proper manner, in a proper and safe manner to you. You must follow all the guidelines. Okay, so you have the right to choose to access a variety of goods and services at competitive prices. Okay, so you have the right to choose. So what is your responsibility? Your responsibility is to choose wisely. Not everything you see you would purchase. So you have the right to choose, okay? So you have that right. But with that right comes a responsibility, which is that you must choose wisely. Right to be informed. The right to information that ensures that all product statements are accurate and truthful. So that is why many times when you do get that iron or whatever device you bought, it comes with instructions, it comes with guidelines, safety precautions. So they should inform you of how this should be used. And of course, it is your responsibility to read the instructions and follow it safely. You have the right to be educated, to have the access to programs and information that help you make better buying decisions. You have the right to be heard by the government in the creation of laws and regulations that may affect the consumer. That is why the government, of course, as said in the last video, they have established the Bureau of Standards, of course, that will help. That is to serve the benefit and the best interest of all consumers. And you have the right to a healthy environment. This is the last right. To live and work in an environment that does not endanger your health. And your responsibility is the consumer has the responsibility of making choices that minimize the environmental impact of their purchases on others. So, you have a part to play in protecting yourself as a consumer, and that part is to be as informed and educated as possible about what your rights and responsibilities are. And of course, these things will help you make better decisions and of course make you a better consumer. So that would be it for today. Today we discussed protecting ourselves as consumers. So we spoke about some of the tactics that manufacturers and sellers use to trick us. And of course, we spoke about our rights and responsibilities as consumers. So be a responsible consumer, and I will see you in the next video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Bye.